What's happening, fiends and friends? J2K here with some more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle news, and this is about the upcoming movie that we've just found out about. Well, we never really just found out, we found it like 6 weeks ago and I'm just getting around to making a video. So without further ado, let's get into what we know. So we recently found out that we're going to get a new CGI film of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now the team behind this, we're going to have Nickelodeon as always, and Point Grey Pictures. Now, anyone who doesn't know Point Grey Pictures, biggest name that everyone seems to know about is Seth Rogen. So when this first leaked, a lot of people were saying Seth Rogen linked with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It kind of got a bit confusing, and it's only recently that in interviews and a podcast that it kind of enlightened everyone to what's going to happen. So I'll give you quick details of what I know from searching, and I'm sure you guys will probably know a bit more as well, but I'll also let you know what I want to see in this upcoming film. So let's quickly get into it. Seth Rogen has got to be a producer on this, with Evan Goldberg and James Weaver obviously under the name of Point Grey Pictures. Now these guys have done a lot of films, and they're usually more R-rated films or just adult orientated films, so I'll just hit off the ones that I know. TV shows as well, by the way. So I'll just hit off some of the ones that I know and like that might make you think, I wonder what this is going to be about. So first of all, we have Sausage Party, Game Over, Neighbours, or Bad Neighbours as it was known in the UK, and This Is the End, plus many more films. The TV shows they're known for is The Boys and Preacher. You can already see where I'm going with this, like how dark all these things are, because even Sausage Party was an animation, but it was a really adult animation. In fact, it was pretty much all about sex. Now the writer that's put behind it is Brendan O'Brien. Now I don't know if I'm saying his name right or if I'll get slandered in the comment section for not saying it right, but I apologise if I said it wrong. Now another reason that he's a big name in all this is he was also involved with writing Neighbours. So you can see where I'm going here. It tends to be a cliquey team that have worked together a lot, and that brings me to the director, Jeff Rowe, who also hasn't done very much. He's only done a few things, so again we're getting some, well, Jeff Rowe's done quite a bit, but he's not as big as you'd expect for this. Now it seems to be that it's more like 5 pals that are making this film together, so that it is a bit mental. Now that's what we know about the team behind it. What I'll tell you now is what we've heard from Seth Rogen himself. Now first of all, because people have been asking me about it, is what type of age range we'll get. Luckily Seth Rogen's actually covered this for us. He said that he loved the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles growing up, especially the old cartoon, but the biggest thing for him was the fact that they were teenagers, so he's really looking forward to that. And he also mentions how he done Superbad and other films that were kind of teenage films, like based on the teenagers. Now that really excites me, because I would like to see a sort of adult style teenager comedy to it, but we don't know if that's happening. Now unfortunately the next thing he did say was the one that kind of put a nail in the coffin for me of it being an adult orientated film, in which was when he was asked what he's doing, he said he had animated works coming up, one being in a kids movie, and when he was asked to divulge, he did mention that the kids movie is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now we don't necessarily know if that means it's going to be very kiddie or not. I mean Nickelodeon are still behind it, so it can't be too adult orientated. Now if you're wondering how Seth Rogen and all the guys managed to get together with Nickelodeon, it turns out that the new guy that's in head of Nickelodeon, which I can't remember his name, I apologise for spacing on it, actually worked together with Seth on Superbad, I believe, and because they became such good pals, they just ended up getting a phone call one day saying, do you want to work on TMNT? Which, isn't that a dream come true? Well, it would be for me. Now he's loved it, and he said that he loved all the older stuff, so that bodes well for us, that he's kind of ignoring all the newer stuff that's came out and he's got to go back to the beginning. But it does worry me that he said it's got to be a kids film. I really don't want another kiddie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know a lot of people are saying, but this is where the money sells and this is where they started off, and you're right, they kind of did get very popular because of the kid animation, but at the same time we actually have a kid animation coming out now. Like I said, not everyone's into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like I am, so you might not know what's going on, but we have the rise of the TMNT happening just now. They've also been slotted to make a film for Netflix, so we're already getting a kiddie film, so this could be a perfect chance for us to get that adult film that we really wanted, or one that we could at least laugh at as adults but kids could enjoy as well. I mean, we have to remember there's a lot of PG animated films that are coming out just now that are really touching adults as well as touching the children. That sounds fucking terrible. Can't believe I just said the words, that sounds wrong. But you know what I mean, it fits for all. So let's get into what I want to see from it, and what I'm sure other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans want to see. Now, it's an animated film. For me, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles works better as animation. People can shout and moan at me all they want, and it's not to do with the Bay one being too dark or whatever, that's fine. I mean, I quite enjoyed the Bay film. Again, please don't hate me. But for us to get this whole rogues gallery that we have in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, animation works perfect. That's what I want to see. I would, fair enough, the first film, you can maybe ease us into it. I'd like to see, obviously, some big A-list villains, but maybe some B-lists in the background. You'd have your, I don't know, Leatherhead, the Mute Animals or something. I mean, they're usually, for me, they're A-listers, but to you, the non-Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans, that may actually be a B-lister. But trust me, you would love these characters if you got to know them. So that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see and sort of ease them into a bigger world, and hopefully then we get a sequel where they could really just open up the TMNT universe, because it's something that doesn't get delved into too much. Now, the cartoons are doing a really good job of it. I personally haven't watched Rise of the TMNT. I do have to get around to watching it at one point, but due to the episodes being short and the animation just doesn't really sit right with me, I think it will be a while until I bite that bullet. But if we go back to the original cartoon, like Seth Rogen said, the one he loved, there was so many characters in there that people long forgot about, and this is where I think we can dive in, just get all these characters out. It's animation's got to be huge for the next couple of years just due to the whole COVID thing happening. I mean, we can't get people together, so we can at least get them in separate rooms and film their voices, and also you don't get an age range at that point. I mean, if you look at Kevin, who plays Batman, he's been doing it for years and years and years. It doesn't matter the age as long as you can do the voice. So this is a great idea. I think we're going to see a lot more animated films. Anyway, I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole here, so I'll just quickly finish off with what I want to see in the TMT. I'd like to see more villains in it. I would like to see a more teenage, but a sort of higher up teenage, if you get what I mean. I want to see the adult jokes flowing, but at the same time you can watch it with your kids and not be too disappointed. Personally, I would love an R-rated one, but that's not going to happen, so I'm not going to delve into something that I'll never ever see. Seth Rogen's got a habit of being involved with the writing, apparently. Now, he is a producer. I need to stress this so much because so many people keep talking about how he does this and he does that. He is a producer on this, he keeps mentioning it, but he did say he's going to try and help with the writing. Now, that doesn't mean that he's necessarily going to be writing most of it. It's just the fact that the writer they've got has only wrote like 3 or 4 things, I believe, that are absolutely huge, so he might just be helping to push him along that way and get him to kind of come out of his shell. I imagine that he's got to give him the biggest opportunity to deal with it. Now, I personally wouldn't like to really hear Seth Rogen in it, but I could be proven wrong. He could end up playing a good character. I just know I definitely don't want him as a turtle. I really don't want him as a turtle. He's just got I love Seth Rogen, but he's just got this goofy voice where he is just Seth Rogen. If they make him any of the turtles, it would just destroy it for me personally. But then again, I could be proven wrong, so don't quote me on it. Never quote me on anything, because I'm usually just rambling at the camera like I am now. So I wouldn't really like to see him as a voice actor. It would be cool if we could get some of the OG voice actors to come back in, but again, let's let some new people break out, especially with, as I said, this animation is going to shoot through the roof over the next couple of months, because it's the best way for people to film, especially this horrible virus that we're dealing with. But anyway, that's just a quick video to let you know what's going on, what I'd like to see, and I'm pretty sure I've probably left loads out, so feel free to give me a message and I'll talk turtles all day every day with you. We may have an upcoming podcast on the club channel called The Cases of the Round Table coming soon, so please keep your eyes open for that. That's going to be a whole lot of shell heads, just talking a whole lot of shell news. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're all well in this horrible time, and stay awesome.